Hey Eagles, has anybody noticed this disgusting weather? Let's hear from students and adamant about what they think. Okay, who am I here with?
I'm Jacob Orton.
Okay, did you drive on Wednesday?
I did.
Okay, and what car do you drive?
I drove a Honda Civic,
What year?
2006.
Okay, so did it survive in the weather?
No, it actually did not. I hydroplaned and I slid into a parking lot and drove on the sidewalk.
That's awesome. Do you drive to school?
Yes, I do.
Did it survive in the snow on Wednesday?
It did, but it almost didn't. So I started stopping like way before I like reached the car in front of me. But then when I got pretty close, like my car just didn't stop. So I had to swerve in front of the other car. Good thing that they were stopped and there was a lot of room in front of them, but yeah.
Now that we've heard from Jacob and Haley, let's see what the superintendent has to say.
Hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to meet
Thanks
with
for
me.
doing this. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So how does the process work when canceling school and what goes into the decision making?
So those are big questions. I mean, the biggest thing, we'll start with decision making, is we want to have school whenever possible. We only want to shift an e-learning day if A is student safety. We just want to make students are safe.
Absolutely.
When we're making those calls, we also want a consideration of timeline of notification due to planning for families. So you might think, well, it's not a big deal for high school students to just stay home and e-learn, but there's some nuanced situations that affect some families you might not think of. Like, I have 2 kids, right? So if a family has 2 kids and there's like a big age gap, you might have a sophomore high school student and 2 parents that work, and a younger student who might be in 4th or 5th grade that if they have a snow day at the same time, those parents might be trying to plan ahead. Like, maybe that sophomore can stay home with that 4th grader on a snow day as the supervisor, whereas if the high school had school that day, that wouldn't be an option. So we know it's very disruptive for families to find out the morning of. So if it's drastic weather forecast, we would love to notify the night before, but we also don't want to disrupt people's schedules when it's not necessary due to safety. So a lot of times it's just not clear enough. We have to make that call in the morning in those situations.
So with that being said, why do families get notified the day of and not 24 hours in advance?
Because we don't want to disrupt students' learning and families' lives. So sometimes we have dire warnings of 8 to 10 inches of snow. And when you get closer to the actual school start time, it's clear that it's not going to be an event. It's going to be 2 or 3 inches and it's going to be no issue. So we don't want to cancel school and have a beautiful day because people will complain like, what are you doing? But safety is always our number one concern. So if it's obvious, so if it's like very high confidence level on those National Weather Service webinars that we're going to get hit with untenable, untravelable snow or extremely dangerous cold, we'll try to make those calls the night before when possible. 2 more quick things I'd like to add is we do have a webpage on our website that talks about our thresholds of like when we make those calls. Generally for cold, it's -10 air feel, like real temperature, or like -25, higher than -25 wind chill. And it's got some other details about how we make those decisions. The second thing I wanted to say is your safety is so important. It's our number one thing that we care about. It's number one priority when we make these decisions. It should be your number one priority. So there are rare situations where you feel unsafe with the call that we made. We have some students that live in beautiful houses that aren't on main roads, and they might not have snowplow that makes their sloped road that goes to their house safe or tenable. So if it's going to cause you to take your life in danger to come to school, even if we're having school that day, please don't do that. Please prioritize your own safety as well. So in a rare situation like Wednesday, where snow has suddenly made your commute to school very unsafe at 6:30 or 7 a.m., feel free to stay home or come in 2 hours late and have your parents excuse you. We never want you to be in an unsafe situation.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. That was great information. I hope that answered all of your guys' questions.